everybody. Back here with Insanity Check with Ken and Skillet Sauce. It is May 10th, 2012, and I'm surprised you're here again, actually. Last week's show was a bit on the bummer side.
Yeah, some pretty bad statistics and all that kind of badness, but, what can I say?
And, not that we got any better statistics for you, but today's show probably proves that we'll be a bit more entertaining because, really doom, gloom, and death and destruction. While entertaining to some,
probably more entertaining to some people, but probably just more seriously in keeping with the theme of insanity. And it's like wherever you look, you don't even have to look far for so many. We can't even possibly put as much insane stuff that we encountered and discovered this past few days on today's show. It's just one ridiculous thing after the next, and I think, the society is gone. We need the media. We need some deep impact. Seriously, that's what we need.
You hear that, Morgan Freeman? Get off your ass and lead us.
Yeah, we need some real deep impact because this is preposterous, but
But we will start with something, it's serious, but I find it preposterous and quite entertaining, frankly. Fox News shows their true colors yet again. Apparently, a new crazy black reverend, Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, who is a Tea Party activist and a Negro, just in case you didn't know.
Negus. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say it, but yeah, that's exactly what this was.
He believes that the country as a whole misstepped many years ago by giving women the right to vote.
Yeah, and we touched upon this on one of the earlier shows about, ridiculous states like Arizona trying to, subjugate women and put them back to the Stone Age. But this guy is just, clearly this man did this for some sort of agenda. But I'm trying to figure out, from looking through the article, I can't, he had enough time to retract. He had enough time to do all of these things, and he didn't. Therefore, I must believe that he's doing it for some form of agenda purposes. But what? What would he hope to gain?
The greatest value in America today is attention. Is media attention.
But he could have taken his pants off and shaken his dick on the show. He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, but then it would be obvious that he's doing it for media attention.
Was saying that women in today's society should not be allowed to vote.
As some people I know believe there's some kernel of truth to this, or at least there's an essence of an idea that a lot of people hold. Obviously what he said is quite ridiculous. I will read you.
Who might this be?
What?
Who might this be?
Let's get on with the reading first, and then if you'd like to take that up again.
Whatever.
And I quote from Reverend Peterson: I think that one of the greatest mistakes America made was to allow women the opportunity to vote. We should have never turned this over to women, and these women are voting in the wrong people. They're voting in people who are evil, who agrees with them, who were going to take us down the pathway of destruction. And this probably was the reason they didn't allow women to vote when men were men. Because men in the good old days understood the nature of women.
Yeah.
They are not afraid to deal with it, and they understood that. You let them take over, and this is what would happen. Now, there's been constantly discussion of fair sex. Should a woman be president? What's going to happen if we're being attacked and she's on her period? What if they're out of her favorite bonbons? A multitude of things. And again, there are probably thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of men in this country who agree with, some essence of this sentiment. But again, the way he presented himself, which is the broad strokes of all, he later goes on to say that women just can't handle things. Women
in general can't handle certain things,
right.
Which, is absolutely ignorant and off base because, whether you want to believe that women are emotional creatures and can't handle certain stressful situations or blah, 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 there is no way you can draw that sort of absolute, in today's society and hope to garner anything positive. See, that's what I'm saying. I really would like to know this man's agenda just because of that point right there. But, if attention is what this guy seeked, I guess he could have found other ways to do it. Does he expect to get any women voters? What literally is this man?
I have no idea. And
wait a second. What did you call him? 8? What did you call him? Yeah, I know you played a little sound blurb for this particular man. Something.
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know you pressed the button for this dude, man, but
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
When was this? Last week?
No, this was just a few minutes ago. You pressed the
When
button
we
to
first
describe
came
this dude.
When I said that he was a Negro.
It was a nice little sound drop, yeah. And that's just my take on this fool. This is just another one of those niggas that's setting us back, literally. I mean, just a buffoon coon in a suit.
But he has, supporters. I mean, he was on Sean Hannity's show, Hannity,
and didn't do anything.
And Hannity did not go in. Hannity did not question. Hannity just basically let it ride. And basically, this is how it seems a lot of again these Tea Parties, these super conservatives, as Skillet said a couple of shows ago, they're trying to keep women in the Stone Age. They're trying to, just completely push society back, 50, 60 years. And like I said, some people will agree that maybe things were better back then, but that ain't the way it is now.
Yeah,
and I'm sure there's a lot of Tea Partiers who think that, 400 years ago, things were right on the money while they were able to strap us blacks with anything they can get their hands on. But alas, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm free, and you try that shit, and
Yeah, and that dude is just, like I said, just a buffoon coon, just another shuffling Sambo out there trying to minstrel his way to some sort of position. Exactly.
And speaking of one of those, the president decided that he finally took a stance, at least another side of the fence on this issue this week, where he finally came out and decided that he wanted to support same-sex marriages. Ooh, way to go, Prez. You're only, I don't know, 30 some odd years too late or something. He said that looking at all the people in his staff who are in loving, caring relationships, same-sex caring relationships.
The people in the military that are killing for him.
Right. He literally said who are fighting on his behalf, and yet when they come home, they can't live the American dream the way they want to because, they like taking dick.
They can only, live half the American dream, going abroad and killing people for no reason.
So he's put his foot in it, and I guess time will tell to see whether he'll survive. It's going to help him or hurt him, because
what do you think is going to happen to him? Because I personally think
he's absolutely lost. The right wing.
To me, it's the timing. It's the timing of this particular statement.
Of course, but but that's the thing. Is it going to end up good? I mean, we all know why he did it, because the elections are coming up, and it's time to start making your statements, taking your positions.
He needs this year's "Yes, we can" or whatever.
Right. But again, obviously his people must have told him, okay, you're probably going to lose this percentage of the right wingers, the white males, the conservatives, the Christians, yada yada yada. But you will gain, all of these homosexuals over here that
who vote just like everybody else. But I haven't really heard any significant fallout yet, but I mean, out of everything that this dude has said, I think this is one of the most, I guess I say, a flashpoint type of statement or a powder keg type of statement. I'm really, really, really interested in how this is going to play out. First of all, it's about time, and to be endorsed by the so-called, most powerful man in the world. You would think would bode well for homosexual same-sex marriage. Pardon me, I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, that was this. Sorry about that. That's technical difficulties. But yeah, I just hope that somehow this can, like I said, at least further this dialogue, because I have no problems with what another person does as far as, and we've already said that on the show, as far as how they want to split up their insurance money and all this other kind of stuff, and if they want to live in the sanctity of a marriage, I have no problems with that. I mean, the only people I think that should significantly have problems with that, and that's not that I necessarily agree, are the religious sect, because obviously there are passages in the Bible before it was edited that said, such as sacrilege and blah, 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 blah. So I can understand those guys taking a stance. But, for the normal layman person that doesn't believe in all that dogma, I mean, why not? I mean, how the hell could it possibly hurt,
it's not hurting anybody.
The bogus institution of marriage?
Yeah, it's not hurting anyone.
Disco dance.
Exactly. And, Dre disco dance for years.
Yeah.
But the other question is not only how will it affect his candidacy, but I have a personal question: is it true? Is he going to stick to it? Because an adjoining article here is called "The Timeline of Obama's evolving on same-sex marriage. Apparently, back in 1996, he was quoted as saying, "I favor legalized same-sex marriages." Then, shoot to October 2004, what I believe is that marriage is between a man and a woman. Okay? Now, forward up to October 2010, I have been to this point unwilling to sign on same-sex marriages. December 2010, my feelings about this are constantly evolving. Clearly, I struggle with this. June 2011, the president has never favored same-sex marriages. He is against it. Let's see. Said that Pfizer told a progressive activist and someone who's affiliated with the president. But later on in June 2011, I think it's important for us to work through these issues. And now we have him signing off on same-sex marriages. So, while this might be a victory for the homosexual community, will it be a short-lived victory in the homosexual community? Because, and not that every president hasn't done this, but obviously there's a lot of promises Obama made that he either couldn't or wouldn't uphold in his presidency, and this could just be another one.
I said it might just be another flashpoint event that he's just spewing. I don't know, because where was his conviction before? And I've seen the article that traced the timeline. I didn't hear his conviction 2 years ago. So
exactly. So you know what? Cross your fingers, cross your ass cheeks, gays. Hopefully this one's gonna stick. Stick. Get it? Stick. Exactly. And with that, we will take our first break. We'll put you guys on hold, and we'll be back.
Let's see.
We're trying to